Hello students, good morning. Students, today is 23rd July 2020 and your chapter 5th was going on, and the name of the chapter is Emerging Modes of Business. Modes of Business. Okay, and this is your page number 1 of today's class. Students, in the last class I have told to you about the risk. Okay, what are the problems, what are the securities problem relates from your e-business. Today I will tell you about the implementation of that type of the risk. So you will write the heading resources required for successful e-business implementation. Okay, it means which type of the resources will be needed at the time of the online transaction. So you will write it here: the resources required for successful implementation of e-business are as follows. Okay, it means which type of the implementations when the businessman has done, then the business will also improve. So which type of the implementation has been required? First heading is well designed website. You know about that. If any type of the product, if you want to purchase it, so your attraction view is based on your website. If the website is based on well developed, well designed, so you will attract that type of the website to purchase any type of the product from that specific site. So here you will write a business enterprise must develop a comprehensive website to communicate effectively with its online partners. Website should provide all details about firm's product and services. Okay, in order to facilitate online transactions. It means if you want to purchase any type of thing, any type of the product through online, so firstly you visit your website, and on the basis of their product, on the basis of their clarity regarding the product, regarding the features of any type of the product, you can ready to purchase any type of the product from the market. Means that will be based on from the website. Okay, so now second point is adequate computer hardware. Okay, so hardware, you know about that. If the computer is properly well furnished, well processed, well required the speed, it means if your computer hardware is well innovative, it means it is newly adopted by the businessman, so it will be provide the benefits to the person, to the seller. So here you will write business firm must procure and install computers with necessary hardware as like about that processor speed, memory, etc., to carry out expected volume of business. It means if your product is not updated, so it will be provide the benefit to your business. Okay, so now students, next page. Okay, and students, this is your page number 2 of today's class. Now third heading is technically qualified manpower. Technically qualified manpower. It means for the purpose of that type of the business, you have been required the qualified manpower. It means employees should be well qualified. Okay, so here there must be technically qualified manpower to handle various aspects of online transactions. Because if the employees are well qualified, so they can easily understand that about the process, that about the methods of improving the business. Then next, fourth point, effective telecommunication facilities. Effective telecommunication facilities. Okay, so e-business requires an effective telecommunication system in the form of uninterrupted telephone lines, optic fiber cables, and internet technology. Okay, which is capable of handling traffic on internet. Okay, it means we have required the effective telecommunication system, effective telecommunication facilities, and the last point, we have also required system receiving payment, systems of receiving payments. So here the business enterprise must have adequate arrangement with banks. You know about that, at the time of the online transactions, at the time of the online business, you have required the properly bank detail, properly payment detail. From the help of that type of the payment detail, you will receive the payment from the customers, from any type of the buyer. So with banks or other agencies to receive payment for sale of goods and services, for receipts of sale of goods and services, and making refunds and making refunds in case of excess payment. In case of excess payment. So on the basis of that type of the transactions, on the basis of that type of the new pattern, the businessman can achieve their aim, can get the higher position in the market also. Okay, so clear, students? So now, students, our next topic is outsourcing. Okay, outsourcing. What is outsourcing? First, look here. Outsourcing refers to contracting out some of its activities to a third party which were earlier performed by the organization. Okay, listen first, students. You know about that at the initial stage of the business, the businessman is alone capable to handle each and every type of the things in the business. Okay, after that the business has appointed the employees also. The businessman has appointed the employees also as per the change in situation and change in trend of the market. Okay, nowadays the situation has been also different in the comparison of the previous type of in the comparison of initial stage of the business. Now the employees has been appointed by the businessman as like a third party. So in the outsourcing we have appointed the employees with the help of the third party. So here it has been also outsourcing refers to contracting out some of its activities to a third party. It means some activities we have taken from any other third party. You know about the situation of the banks. Okay, situation of any type of the financial institutions, situation of any type of the insurance companies. In that companies, you have seen about cleaning and securities activities has been performed by the third party employees. I think each and everyone has visited the ATM. ओके, आप लोग एटीएम मशीन के आसपास जो आपके बैंकों की मशीनें हैं, आप लोगों ने उनके आसपास विजिट किया होगा. कई ऐसे भी बच्चे होंगे जिन्होंने कैश भी विड्रॉ किया होगा. ओके, सो फॉर एग्जांपल इफ यू हैव एनी अकाउंट इन योर स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, आपका स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया में कोई अकाउंट है, बट यू हैव सीन देयर वहाँ पर आपके एटीएम में कोई एम्प्लॉयज ऐसा अपॉइंट होगा, कोई वहाँ पर सिक्योरिटी गार्ड ऐसा अपॉइंट हुआ होगा, वर्क कर रहा होगा, जिसके पास एसबीआई से रिलेटेड कोई भी आइडेंटिटी नहीं होगी. Okay, so that type of the person is based on the outsourcing. For example, securities guards are appointed on the basis of the maximum basis BIS. BIS means that will be based on the Bombay Intelligence Security. So at that time the employees has been appointed from the third party. Employees हमारे वहाँ के security guard क्या है, third party के through appoint होते हैं. So this is related from your outsourcing. For example, you can also write the example here also. For example, many companies, now students, this is your page number 3 of today's class. So example is many companies have started outsourcing cleaning and security activities to outside agencies. It means that type of the employees has been appointed with the help of the outside agencies on a contractual basis. Okay, so at that time the employees has been appointed from the third party. I want to take one example more here. Students, in the HDFC bank, some employees has been appointed, not the role of the bank. Some employees has been appointed as like based on the ADFC. ADFC is a employees providing company. इट मीन्स वो अपने यहाँ एम्प्लॉयज का रिटर्न लेती है, इंटरव्यू लेती है. देन आफ्टर दैट एज पर द रिक्वायरमेंट दे कैन प्रोवाइड द एम्प्लॉयज टू द different branch of the HDFC. And that ADFC has been also provided, same types of the companies has been also provided the employees to the other companies also. Okay, so that is based on the outsourcing. For example, you have also listened about the BPO and KPO. बीपीओ, आपने बीपीओ बिजनेस प्रोसेस आउटसोर्सिंग आपने सुना होगा. इन द बीपीओ you know about the another name of the BPO also, that is called कॉल सेंटर. आप लोगों ने कॉल सेंटर का नाम सुना होगा, लेकिन आपने बीपीओ का नाम नहीं सुना होगा. बीपीओ क्या है? बिजनेस प्रोसेस आउटसोर्सिंग. बीपीओ क्या है? नॉर्मल वर्ड नहीं है, बट कॉल सेंटर ईच एंड एवरीवन नोज अबाउट द कॉल सेंटर. कॉल सेंटर क्या है ये सबको पता है, ठीक है. सो हियर द एम्प्लॉयज हैज बीन अपॉइंटेड एज लाइक अ आउटसोर्स्ड एम्प्लॉय. So this is also based on the outsourcing. Clear, students? Now I want to tell to you about the features of BPO or features of outsourcing. You can also tell it before the features of BPO. You will also write it. The outside agencies. The outside agencies. The outside agencies perform a process. For example, I have also taken that example as like housekeeping, catering, etc. Thus they are called as BPO also. BPO means business process outsourcing. Okay, so here you can also tell it about the features of BPO. I want to start from the next heading, that is related from the features of BPO. बिजनेस प्रोसेस आउटसोर्सिंग. इट मीन्स आउटसोर्सिंग के यहाँ फीचर्स क्या हैं, बीपीओ के फीचर्स क्या हैं. ओके, सो फर्स्ट हेडिंग इज बेस्ड ऑन योर फर्स्ट इज आउटसोर्सिंग इन्वॉल्व्स contracting out. It means that type of the outsourcing is related from the contractual basis. So here you will write it here. Outsourcing means appointing a source from outside. Okay, it means you have appointed the employees from the outside of your organization to perform business activities where were or which were, you will write it here, which were earlier done in house. You will write it here, done in house, or you can also tell it done by businessman with the help of the in-source employees. Okay, second point you can write it here also. Okay, second point, generally non-core business activities are outsourced. Okay, non-core business activities employees are related from the outsource. So here outsourcing is generally done in case of non-core activities such as housekeeping, security in case of a school, etc., such as housekeeping, okay, or security in case of a school, in case of any type of the banks or any type of the financial institution, etc. Okay, but uh, but it has been extended, but it has been extended even to some even to some of the core activities. For example, a school may tie up with some computer training institute to impart computer education to its school. कोई स्कूल क्या आपस में कॉन्ट्रेक्चुअल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कर सकता है किसी कंप्यूटर ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट से दैट दे विल प्रोवाइड दैट टाइप ऑफ द कंप्यूटर इंस्टीट्यूट विल प्रोवाइड द ट्रेनिंग टू देयर स्टूडेंट्स. नाउ third and last point is processes may be outsourced to a captive unit or a third party. Okay, it means that type of the business concern two main features. Okay, it means that will be related from the two forms. So here you will write there are two main forms. There are two so students, this is your page number 4 of today's class. There are two main forms of outsourcing processes. Okay, a point that is called outsourcing to the captive unit, outsourcing to the captive unit, and B point is outsourcing to a third party, outsourcing to a third party. Okay, so listen about the captive unit. You know about that a large company dealing in diverse product and markets may create a separate unit. Okay, that type of the separate unit is based on the captive unit to provide certain kinds of services to the parent company. Okay, so that type of the unit, that type of the services, separate unit is based on the captive unit. And you know about the third party. In the third party, they will hire the third parties operate independently. So that type of the based is based on the processes may be outsourced to a captive unit or a third party. Okay students, तो आज की क्लास में इतना ही. Okay.